I got Van Dijk. Virgil Van Dijk.
So moving on to our next central defender of the season. Now it's our player reviews. Player of the season for us, Virgil van Dijk. Clive, what do you remember of his season?
Just the stupid bloody song. Honestly, that's got to be, not Leicester City, that's the biggest surprise of the season. That Billy Ray Cyrus has proved to come out with the most popular football chant of the year. Anyway, we've got Van Dijk, and thank God we have. He's been fantastic. He's been absolutely fantastic. His attitude, his awareness of the game, his awareness of the danger to the defence, and his calmness on the ball as well. And I think he's got a lot more to offer going forward. I really think he can be involved with the free kicks, and obviously we'd hope that he'll get 5 or 6 goals a season from set pieces heading wise. So yeah,
He's scored a fair few this season. I think it was 3 or 4, something like that.
Yeah, early on he's probably due a couple now, but yeah, hey, let's save it for next season.
Yeah.
Because he's always a threat up there, and I really would like to see him shoot from these free kicks. Yeah. Give him maybe first shout. I don't know. I love the way Ward-Prowse whips a free kick in, and obviously he got that goal against the Baggies. But yeah, Van Dijk is a major threat, I think.
Yeah. So he signed at the end of the transfer window, Nick. We missed him for the first 2 or 3 games and the European games. He signed a 6-year extension. What sort of message did that give out to the other teams?
Well, that gives a great message out. Undoubtedly, if Virgil van Dijk hadn't signed that extension, the likes of Liverpool would have been looking at him after the performance of Lovren and Toure in wherever they went in Switzerland last week. So it's a big statement of intent from the club, and Ronald Koeman can't say that we don't intend to move forward on that one. Been a great player. For me, he was better than Toby Alderweireld in what he did for the club last season. Toby Alderweireld was a great player for Saints and a disappointment when he went, especially a disappointment with where he went to. But Virgil van Dijk has filled that gap, and more than filled it in my opinion. He can defend. He can win a ball in the air, he's confident on the ball, he's fast, he's got that speed of thought, and more importantly, he can carry the ball forward. I remember at Arsenal away when we were running down the clock at 0-0 and it was in injury time, and he got the ball and ran 50 yards with it up and towards their corner flag and took it there, and was eventually, I think, won a throw-in, and we took the throw-in and the end of the game. He can just do that. As Clive said, he can score goals. I mean, probably one of the most important ones, although we didn't realise at the time and half the ground had gone, was when he scored in injury time against Sunderland. Because that wasn't just your typical centre-half's headed goals, which he can do well. That was a fine finish from a tight angle. It wasn't a tap-in. So for me, he wasn't quite player of the season for me. I had Shane Long as that, but he was magnificent. 9.5 out of 10, because I think he gave away a needless throw-in at one game, so I can't give him the full 10. But great signing, great to see him have 6 years. We've got Virgil van Dijk, and
easier than Toby Alderweireld, isn't it, to sing that?
Yeah, you can't really sing a lot about Toby Alderweireld, although you can now he's at Spurs. But I wouldn't find any words that rhyme with the words we'd use, but great signing of the season.
Yeah. So for me, I think I'd go with 9.5. What would you go with, Clive?
Yeah, I'd go along with that, 9.5.
Yeah. And for me as well,
top effort.
On a personal note as well, £13 million we signed for him in the summer. Seems like an absolute steal in the grand scheme of things, and I can guarantee you now, in at least 18 months' time, there'll be a 30 million bid for him. But let us know in the comments below what you give him out of the season. Is he your player of the season? And subscribe for more. Now's your chance to win yourself a very own Ugly Inside t-shirt, Northern Soul, or a Red and White Machine t-shirt. All you've got to do is make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel and just leave us a comment in any single video, and we'll pick out one of our favourites in a couple of weeks' time.